Well, hello. How's everybody doing today? I just wanted to talk to you guys about. Can you guys hear me? Okay, it's working. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me make sure you guys could hear me. Let me turn this down. Okay. All right, well, we're good. Okay, so basically, I did want to show you this video, but before I show you the video, I do want to talk about this one teacher. This is who this video is actually about. But if you could see on the thumbnail, there's multiple teachers that are doing this. Allegedly, I got to put my allegedly out there. But look, I'm going to show you guys the pictures that I have of these people. And then you'll see that I'm not sitting here exaggerating or making this up. There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. They're from all walks of life. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you this one first. All right, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and put this up. Stop sharing this, and I'm going to show you, in case y'all haven't been following any of these cases or these situations. You'll see there's a lot of them out there. I'm just going to show you some. It's too many to show all, but I did make it a little video for y'all to see. It's a 3-minute video with all these different people that have done things. The first one is the one that I'm talking about today, but this is basically women, men, older, younger people doing this. It's not just age, gender. It's all kinds of people, all types. Now, the woman that I am going to be talking about and showing a video on, she actually admitted to it. So that part. I'm going to show you a video, then I'm going to read an article from Daily Mail. All right. So let me go ahead and share the other video. And like I said, I'm going to tell you guys about the update of it. But right now, I'm going to show you a video. They're going to be discussing it. And it said sexual abuse underage boys. It's a Missouri teacher. She's from Missouri who faces rape charges, okay, of a 16-year-old. And she's 26. So here we go.
Welcome back to The Fact. And unfortunately, these kinds of cases are nothing new. A Missouri teacher is facing rape charges for sleeping with her 16-year-old male student. An investigation launched last December after a student reported Hailey Clifton-Carmack. According to reports, other students even served as lookouts while the two would have sex. Also, his father allegedly knew about the relationship and did absolutely nothing about it. How could this happen? Joining us to talk about it, parent Vanessa Diaz and high school educator Nicole Richarlin. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. Now, here's what my question is. Is this always a case where people, community, those on social media care a little bit less if it's a boy because they think they can handle it?
I don't think they care a little bit less because a child is a child, whether it's a boy or a girl.
I think they do.
Exactly. I agree.
Okay.
No.
I agree. They should.
Okay.
You know, I mean, if it's a girl, all hell will break loose.
That's true.
But if it's a male.
Right. I agree with what he's saying. I do agree with what he's saying. If it's a girl, like he said, all heck will break loose. But if it's a boy, they're like, hey, high-fiving them, like that type of thing, right? Because it's different when it's a guy. But why is it different? I just want to know, why is it different? It's still a child. A child's a child, even if it's a boy or a girl. But like he said, there is a difference. Should be a difference, but it is a difference. All right, so let's go ahead and go with this video.
It's like, well, I mean,
the masculine thing, and there's that blame game that goes into play. So I do see society seen in that aspect, but as a mother myself, I'm like, oh no, hell to the no.
Yeah, it's different.
Absolutely, it's different, especially because I work with kids, and I also have a 16-year-old son at home myself, and so I wish. Oh Lord, no.
I wish they would.
I wish they would. I wish he would.
Vanessa, your thoughts on this?
I mean, obviously, we can all agree that if that boy had been a girl and that teacher had been a male, this conversation would have been different. The whole thing would have been different. I have a daughter and she's 8. I cannot imagine someone older.
It would be different, but it shouldn't be different. I don't know how many of you guys would agree with me. For those who are watching now and the ones that are going to be watching later, let me know in the comments. Would it make a difference if it was your child? If it was a boy or a girl? I'm talking to fathers, mothers, and people just in general. Okay, just people in general. Would you be okay with it being a boy versus being a girl? Like your daughter versus your son? Let me know.
Sexualizing, prioritizing my child. And obviously, she's 26. At 26, you know what is right. You know what's wrong. You know the law. She knew what she was doing.
That's true. But I also feel too, as a female, a lot of times females are, even now, it just goes to the objectification that women have on social media. You see that way more than you do a male also. So we always have more spotlight shined on us. Look at the story you just had. It was these young girls that were pole dancing. And then now here you are having this young man. But females are overly criticized and overly sexualized on social media all the time. And it's not as heavy on the boys.
And you think that is a societal problem. How do we bring balance to the issue where if it is a young male, if it is a young female, if it's a male?
Well, if there was some girls dancing on a pole, as she put it, if they're young children doing this, I have not seen this video, but if there was a video that I seen a little child doing this type of thing, dancing provocatively, dressing, provocatively, like I said, a little extra, I guess you could say. I feel like, no, they should not be doing that. And who should be stopping that? If there is kids doing this, because I have seen videos where the girls are like, wearing leggings and then they got their little tummy out. No, 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 no. If I had daughters, I would not let them be dressed like that. I'm sorry. Especially not on social media. Especially not on social media. Because you don't know who's watching your child. You don't know who's watching your child. It could be a perv. It could be someone who's stalking your child. You don't never know. So no, heck no. You're not going to be dressing any kind of way around me. No, you're not going to go not around me. I'm sorry. In the social media, it's just not. No, I'm not okay with that. And I don't have a daughter, but if I had a daughter, no.
Abuser, as a female abuser, we bring equal amount of attention to both cases, and also justice to both cases on the same level.
Well, I think first and foremost, we have to keep in mind morals. We don't look at morals like the way we used to anymore. Everything is torn apart. Everyone, of course, has their rights. They want to be seen. They want to stand up for what they want to do. If they want to walk in the halls naked, which I see every day, they do it because that's exactly what they want to do for them. But the moral aspect of it, parents need to keep parenting. The disciplinarians need to be parenting. They need to do their job, and everyone has to play their part and hold each other accountable and set a different standard. And until we see that, we're going to see things continue to happen.
Do you foresee that equality, Vanessa, when it comes to boys and girls and how they're treated, as well as abusers and victimization?
Yes, I mean,
yeah, I agree with what she said, because the parents need to be parenting, not being friends and best friends and buddies with their kids. First, yeah, you could be their friends, of course. You could be. I'm not having a problem with that, but you also have to be very disciplinary. Especially nowadays, okay? Especially nowadays.
As a woman, I've been double standard my whole life. You know, like things that my brother was allowed to do, but I wasn't because I was a girl. Like, oh, you couldn't wear that, but he could wear that. So it's just like certain things. Like as a woman, you're going to be double standard. Every woman has been double standard their entire life. It's society, and I mean, it's not what we idolize, but it is what it is. It's what has been made to be throughout the years.
And really quick, Nicole, to have her students as lookouts for her really quick in the last 20 seconds we have here.
She nasty.
She had students. Okay, so everything I say is allegedly, because I'm not 100%. I wasn't there. I don't know. Okay, for me, it's allegedly. For them, it might not be. I don't know. All I know is that she's admitted to doing what she did. Okay, and as far as her having people as lookouts, that's horrible. That's horrible. You know you were doing wrong, because if you didn't need didn't need lookouts, you wouldn't have anybody looking out. If you didn't think you were doing anything wrong, you wouldn't have anybody looking out for you. Okay, you would not be looking to make sure, hey, if anybody's coming down the hall, let me know about it. No, you wouldn't, because you know you're doing wrong. That's why you had lookouts. Period.
Nasty. And I mean, I know we're supposed to believe the children are our future, but they're not supposed to be our future baby daddies. Like, she was out of line. I mean, psychologically, what is wrong with you? We're there for a reason. We have a job to do, and that's what we're supposed to be doing, teaching them how to remember to pronounce their name and capitalize their name versus how to get it in the back.
All right. Thank you both. A pleasure having you both here on The Factor on Since. It's still ahead tonight. The very latest in tech.
So now I'm going to read to you guys the update on it. Okay, hold on one second. Let me pull it up so y'all can see it as well. This is from the Daily Mail. Let me take this off here. I don't know why they even have these on here. Okay. So what it says on here is, oh, come on. Glamorous Missouri math teacher Hailey Clifton-Carmack admits having sex with student and leaving her mark. Okay, the mark they're talking about, you guys, I'm going to tell you what it is. She was leaving scratches on that boy while they were having relations. First of all, she shouldn't be having relations, let alone putting marks on that child. That just makes it even worse. All right, give me 1 second. Missouri math teacher admitted to having X with student after she was arrested when police obtained photographs of scratches she left on his back. See what I'm saying? She left scratches on his back. This is what they're saying on here, allegedly for me, because I wasn't there, but for them, this is what they're reporting. Hailey Clifton-Carmack, 26 years old, pleaded guilty on Friday to sexual contact with a student in exchange for having the other charges, including statutory rape, child molestation, and child endangerment, dropped, reported KRCG. She faces up to 4 years in prison and will be on house arrest until she is sentenced on October 11th. So that's going to be the last part of it. Oops, hold on. I hate when this thing jumps. Of course, it's going to do it again. One more time. There we go. The teacher was caught after police were informed of the relationship between Clifton-Carmack, which is Hailey, and student after a classmate came forward and showed photos of the teen scratches. The teen's father, Mark, I'm not going to even try to say his last name, is accused of knowing about the relationship, but failing to report it, and has been charged with endangering the welfare of a child. That's his daddy, and this is the teacher. Right there. That's the teacher. This is not the child. This is the husband. This is her ex-husband, y'all. Let me see. They got pictures. Let me see. Can you guys see it? Yes. You should be able to see that. Okay, so this is the ex-husband. It says the teacher pictured here with her ex-husband was caught after police were informed of the relationship after the classmate came forward and showed photos of the teen scratches. This is his father. This is the 16-year-old's father. The teen's father, Mark, pictured is accused of knowing about the relationship but failing to report it and has been charged with endangering the welfare of a child. This is Clifton-Carmack. Let me see who that is. Will remain in house arrest until her sentences. Oh, she looks different on here until her sentencing. This is her now. As you can see, she's wearing a prison outfit. Scheduled for October 11th. This is her, according to the court documents. Clifton-Carmack, which is Hailey, often wear tight, low-cut shirts and wear tight leggings to show off her body. She does have a daughter. This is the crazy part of it. Clifton-Carmack, who has 2 young daughters of her own. This is Hailey and the husband. Was recently divorced, having been married to Chance Carmack. That's the husband, Chance. That's her again. Admitted to having X with a student and facing up to 4 years in jail. Okay. So let me take that off. Oh, let me click on here. Okay, so that's her and her husband, like I said. Let's see. Make sure that's about her. Yes. Okay, so Pulaski, I think that's how you say it, County Prosecuting Attorney Kevin S. Hillman told People that, not People as in people, but People, the magazine, that his case is on hold until the teacher is sentenced, as he has agreed to assist the state and testify if needed. Clifton-Carmack, which is, Hailey, was arrested by Garden Ridge Police Department in early January in Comal County, Texas. But the actual conduct took place in Missouri, Pulaski County, 800 miles away from where she was apprehended by cops. Court documents show how the teenage boy and teacher had sex during school while using students as lookouts, according to KRCG. According to the court records, Pulaski County Sheriff's Department was contacted by it's Laqueey. That's the school source officer who reported the relationship to the police. So that's who reported it to the police. Laqueey. I think that's how you say it. Laqueey. Okay. This is the father again, like I said. That's her. All right. Oh, goodness. It just jumped. Sorry about that, y'all. A student came forward and showed photographs of his classmate with scratches on his back to law enforcement. The teen said the scratches were from Hailey after having sex with the teacher in the classmate's driveway. Oh my goodness. Ooh-wee. So this is not only at school, right? This is also at the classmate's driveway, obviously, is what they're saying. So Hailey, who has two young daughters of her own, was recently divorced, having been married to Chance Carmack, who is a amateur mixed martial arts fighter and who had completed basic training in the U.S. Army. Detective visited the school district on December 8th to speak with the teacher and they took her phone until the police got a warrant to unlock it. Wow, I'm glad they got it, because she could have easily did something with that phone where they wouldn't have even been able to get to it and get the information off of it. They were unable to see any incriminating messages at the time. Hailey denied having any kind of relationship with any students outside of school. Well, let's see if this is true, because I heard different. This is her. Let's see. Like I said, that's her child. I don't know where the other one is, but that's the only child they're showing. All righty. Hold on one second. Let me get back over there. Okay. After getting a warrant, police found text messages that related to the alleged relationship with the 16-year-old boy. They're not giving us any names because he is underage. Okay. No name for him. They gave the father's name and they gave her husband's name. That's it. None of the youngsters. None of the underage. The student who came forward to report the relationship said the teacher she was too friendly with the students and sometimes will dress inappropriately at school. According to the court documents, Hailey would often wear tight, low-cut shirts to show her her headlights, her chest. She's talking about her chest, okay? She would also wear leggings to show off her body and would often be reprimanded by the school administration for being too close with students. So they knew that she was being inappropriate at school. I'm just saying. They didn't know. I don't know if they knew about what she was doing or not, but hey, it is what it is. No, that's something different there. So that's it, y'all. That's what's going on. This lady here, right here. Hey, Street, how are you? I just wanted to let you guys know about this teacher right here. It's been 8 months now, been since January. And yeah, well, actually, we're on the 9th month because the 8th month would be February. So yeah, January, we're in the 9th month. So this is when it happened, when they started reporting about this. But like I said, if you guys didn't see the other people, let me show you. This is going on a lot more than y'all think. Okay, I got a video that I'd like to share with you guys again. Hold on. And then I'll get off. And then I'm going to probably get back on and do something different. I got to figure out what I'm going to talk about. I don't know if it's going to be P. Diddy or not. Hey, Lincoln Kisses, how are you? Thank you for coming through. And for those that have not seen this, here you go. This is ridiculous. And this is not even half of what I found, okay? I mean, I found a lot more than this. I just put some pictures on here. And as you can see on my thumbnail, I used some of the ones that I have on here. But at the same time, there's a lot of this going on. Oh, let me take that down. I need this extra. Lord have mercy. I mean, there's all kinds of people in here, okay? There's like women, men, old, young, middle-aged. It has nothing to do with the gender, but they have a lot more women than they have of men doing this. And it's not the state either, so don't think it's certain states. This is throughout the U.S. and probably beyond that. Probably other countries. I didn't look into the countries. I just looked into the U.S. Boy, there's a lot of them. Right. Mm. It's sad they have so many. I mean, like, I was thinking they'd have, they'd have some, but oh my God, it's beyond crazy on how many they got. You know, that's it's crazy. It's a lot going on. Let me change this. It's horrible. Like, why? For what reason would you? I mean, what would they? How would they feel if somebody did that to their children? That's my problem. Is how would they feel if somebody did that to their children? Would they have that problem? Would they be okay with it? I mean, you have some of these parents are like this guy, the one that I just showed you. Her, Hailey, the one that the boy, the 16-year-old that she did this to. We're going to say allegedly, even though she admitted to it. The father, he's okay with it. I was looking at another video, allegedly. Before she went off somewhere on vacation, she went and visited the child at his home. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly, y'all. Let me put my little allegedly up here before people are like, you knew same thing. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, this is what was said on that video. Allegedly. Okay, allegedly. So yeah, this is horrible, and this is what's going on. This is pre-COVID, y'all. This is not even just from COVID. This is pre-COVID. This has been going on for years. It's just not a lot of people are talking about it like that. I have no idea why, but hey, it's horrible. It's horrible. Thank you, Armando, for sharing this with me. I appreciate it. I know you didn't get to make it in here, but maybe you'll be able to see it later. Thank you for giving me the video and letting me know about her, Hailey. I'm talking about Hailey, y'all. I'm not talking about anybody else. All the rest of them, I had to look it up and see what the deal is with this. And it was just a lot. It's a lot, y'all. It's crazy a lot. A lot of people pick these careers. Wow. See, that's a big possibility, Lakin. You want to come up and talk about this? Because you got kids. Here, I'm going to drop the link, and then I'm not going to be here much longer. So if you want to talk about it, you can. And Street, if you want to come up, if you're an adult, I don't know how old you are, but if you want to come up, you can too. But yeah, so basically, I did want to talk about this because this, when it was sent to me. Okay. When it was sent to me, it was crazy. I was just like, man, what's going on here? Really? You're putting your hands on kids? I mean, I knew that this was going on, but dang, as many as I saw, I was just like, I was dumbfounded, but it was just too much. It was too much. I know one thing. I thank God I taught my kids about if somebody put their hands on them or make them feel uncomfortable, let me know right away. Let me know right away. Do not wait. If you need to go to that office and make a phone call, make an excuse that you're not feeling good, whatever you need to do, call me. Let me come nip this in the bud real quick. I'm not okay for a boy or a girl to be touched by either teacher or anybody else in general. But doggone it, you're there to teach, not to abuse, not to put your hands on, not to have relations with, not to have kids with. Remember the one that had a kid with him and they ended up getting married and having a baby? Come on. Really? Teach the kids. You're there to educate them. You're there to educate them. Why are you there? Why are you doing what you're doing? Educate these kids. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey, sweetie, how are you? She'll be up. How you doing? Lincoln. Hey. Oh, she muted. But I mean, I like literally, is there any reason why people would do something like this other than that they ain't right? Like their mind ain't right. Like, I'm just, I don't know. Oh, she'll be back. Are you serious? When did this happen? Hold on. This is... Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so Laura, Sylvie. Okay, hold on. She's back. Hey.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't have the my Bluetooth connected.
That's okay. Look at this. Laura Sylvie, the woman who runs America's Amber Alert system, was convicted for child, traffic in Haiti.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
She's from the Amber Alert. You know what Amber Alert is, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's right.
Yeah, well, I was saying a lot of those people choose those type of careers like sports, teachers, being in the church, youth ministers and stuff like that. Some of those people choose that type of career or those type of jobs to get next to children.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and some of the things the parents need to look out for, single homes. They could be a 2-parent home too, but mostly single parent homes. The parents, working and they may not have time to take the child to practice, stuff like that. The person is usually, and this is my opinion, the person is usually overly attentive to their child.
Mm-hmm. Usually.
They pay more attention to your child than you paying attention to their child.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the red flags are there. Some parents just don't catch it. If a person is, we have teachers that be like, well, I'm gonna give my granddaughter as an example. She wasn't doing well in reading, and her teacher told her, my daughter, she said, I don't feel that I've done my job as a teacher. So I want to help her over the summer. I want to help her with her reading over the summer. I want to kind of tutor her over the summer. And I said, well, that's cool. So I said, well, so she's going to summer school? She said, no. She said, she want to take her to her house. I said, hell no.
I wouldn't either.
I said, no. I said, can she come to your house? Did she ask to go to your? She said, no. She said, Mama, she said she would take Rennie to her. I said, no, ma'am. She said, I told her that I was uncomfortable with that and no, that I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be accepting it. I said, no, it's not sounding right. It's not in a school set. Other kids won't be there. Then some of them, they'll have other kids in their setting, but they'll pull one to the side and do what they have to do. But I told her, I said, it don't feel right. It don't look right. If I can understand if the school was involved, but she want to do this on her own. No, ma'am. So my daughter turned her down. but they be overly attentive of your child, and they some of them have this look. They some of them have this look. It's like they looking. It's like they stare at these children. They said they won't talk to you. They more the ones with the big problems. They stare at those children. They staring at them. They stare. Ain't no way, no karate, or none of that. They everywhere. They take the job.
Yeah, when my kids used to be in school, that's the first thing before they, like as they got old enough to understand. I was like, hey, look, if you feel uncomfortable, you need to let mommy know. I don't care if you got to come up with an excuse to call me, play sick, whatever you need to do, call me. I'm coming to nip this in the bud. I ain't playing with nobody.
Right.
I don't care if it's a man, woman, old, young, whatever. I don't care if it's a principal. I will come over there and deal with it. I'm not playing with none of these people. Don't put your hands on my kids. That's just not going to happen. It's too much of this going on. And when I looked it up, like, okay, Armando brought it to my attention about this lady. Her name's Hailey, 26 years old, and she's abusing this 16-year-old child. The father, he's okay with it. He's okay with it because he's like, oh, well, they're going to do it anyway. No. That's not an excuse. Yeah, exactly. So, the thing about it is I wouldn't sit there. Like, why would you allow your child to be okay, to be having relations with a 26-year-old woman, and he's 16 years old? And then and then you got people clapping for the boys, and then they're saying, "Oh, you got to get that man for touching that little girl." No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Right, and he's gonna regret that. He's gonna regret that when he's older. He's gonna the child is gonna regret it when it's older, and the parents. They probably thinking that that's cool. That's not cool. That is not cool. But you know what? I noticed that a lot of men in the African American community, I don't know what race the other person is, but I noticed a lot of men in our community, in the African, I'm gonna say here, I don't know about around the world, but I just noticed it here, have been sexually assaulted by an older woman.
I've heard
they
that.
don't realize it. They don't realize it. 8 years old, 50-something, 60-something year old lady getting an 8-year-old to perform sexual acts on her. Don't even realize, hey, now this man is grown, and now he's dating younger girls. That stems back to him being molested, and he don't realize, hey, that's assault. That's SA assault. That's SA, and they don't realize it. They don't realize it, but it goes on a lot in our community. I really noticed that, like listening to stories where the fathers will get a hooker off the street to sleep with their children. They young boys like 15, 14, 15, 16 years old. That's assault. That's eight. That's eight. I think they should be locked up for it. Should be locked up.
Yes.
Or get a hefty fine, because that's introducing them to go and mess with younger kids. They gonna think that it's okay to do stuff like that, because guess what? Well, my daddy's got me an older woman, And these older women are going to do it. So guess what? Y'all both need to get locked up.
Yes,
It's
100%.
going
I
on a
agree.
lot. It's
Yeah.
going on a lot.
Yeah, it is. And like when Armando sent me the thing about her, and then I said, let me look and see how many teachers have done this. Girl, it's a lot. Assistant principal, um, the administrators, like literally people who have done this
Yeah,
is not regular teachers.
yeah.
This is people that are working in the school system, but they're in the
Yes,
higher
ma'am.
ups as well. And I was like, I went to Google and I was like, let me go see. I looked and there's more women than men doing this.
Hmm. That's
Way
sad.
more women than men.
I knew a principal. I knew a principal. He wasn't a principal in our district, but
Mm-hmm.
he was the principal of one of my friends at her
Mm-hmm.
school, and he had a relationship with her. I figured it out.
Yeah.
I kind of figured it out. And one day, when we got a little older, I asked her about it, and she said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah." They was messing around, and this man was
Mm-hmm.
like probably in his 50s, messing with this teenager, and we was like 15 at the time, and this grown man, principal.
Mm. So, did they ever charge that principal with anything?
What you say? You know, I had muted.
No, it's okay. No, I was saying, did they charge that principal with anything?
No, 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 no. This was consensual. This is consensual
Oh,
on her. Yeah, this is consensual,
but
but it's not
but
okay. It's not
yeah, it's still
okay.
not okay. It's still an
It's
underage
not
child.
okay. Yes, it's not okay. And what
Mm-hmm.
made me figure it out? What made me figure it out? We had went to a party, and he ended up at this party. Now he didn't come up directly and talk to her, but
Mm-hmm.
he kept watching her, and every now and then she would peep at him. And then I'm like, well, what he's doing way down here? Because he was from the country area, and I'm like, what
Mm-hmm.
he's doing at a party down here, let alone a house party? It just didn't look right. And I saw them peeping back and forth at one another, and she would have expensive things, stuff like that. And I caught on, but I waited till we got a little older, because it was
Mm-hmm.
just me, kind of peeping it out. I wasn't sure, so that's
Yeah.
why I didn't ask at the time. And me and her wasn't real close to friends. I didn't really feel comfortable asking her that. So
Mm-hmm.
I just waited till we got more closer. Then I asked her, and she was like, "Yeah." She said, "He paid for my graduation stuff, and I've been getting money out of him and things like that." And I'm
Oh my
like, "But I told her, I said, but you didn't need that money and stuff like it, because she came from a well-off family. So
yeah.
that's something you just was doing because you didn't need that man money. You didn't need his money. Why are you doing? I don't know. I was grossed out by it, and I just
I
kind
have
of
a question.
pushed away from her. But I know a male. We had a member of the LGBTQ
Mm-hmm.
community as
Mm-hmm.
one of our teachers. And this was
Mm-hmm.
sixth grade. This was sixth grade. And they
Wow.
had rumors that he was messing with a male in our class.
Oh
It
wow.
was, yeah, it was a male in our class. And, wherever a rumor is at, is smoke. It may not be the whole truth, but
Right.
something in that rumor is kind of true. So
Right.
We was babies. We was 12 years old, and that
Yeah.
rumor was
That's
going
young.
around, right?
Yeah.
And this boy, he liked it. Nice tennis shoe. I think the British nicest out at that time, and so Adidas and all of that. So he would come to school with these new clothes on and new shoes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was another boy in our classroom that kind of spilled it, and it got out. Like they was like, but our teacher is the one buying that from. Now, how I found out that he was a member of that community, he used to date my mama like in high school, and
Mm-hmm.
she told me she said that he was a member of that community, and I was like, for real, I kind of could tell. And so she said, yeah. So I was like, oh, she said he just like asked to be my boyfriend to cover it up. She said, but he's really, in the community. So I was like,
Right.
oh, okay. So when the rumors came out about this guy, I didn't really believe it at first because this guy was like, uh, the hefty and muscular and, was after all the girls and stuff like that. So we went to high school and stuff like that. And he was messing with another member of that community that owned a funeral home. And by that time, we was like maybe 14, 15 years old, 14, 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
So when I thought about it, I said, well, that must have was the truth when he was messing with, just say he was messing with the school teacher. So
Mm-hmm.
these people, they doing stuff like that. They doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They doing stuff like that.
That's horrible.
My little brother was in a class, and one of the the guy was an aide, and he
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to take my little brother and the rest of the class. He always wanted to take them somewhere. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
take them to the park. I'm gonna take them here. I'm gonna take them there. So I told my mama, I said, Mama, because my mama and my brother's dad wasn't together, but he still was in their life.
Yeah.
We still would go to his house and things like that. So it wasn't that this child was missing a father figure. So
Right.
he still would do things, with us and stuff like take us places and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I told Mama, I say, it don't look, something is not right about that. He wanted to
Yeah.
take them to this water park one time, and I don't know who snapped the picture, but somebody snapped the picture, and they had these tights on, no shirt, and just these type of tights.
Mm-hmm.
And but a guy had it on. I told Mama, I said, Mama, I said, stop letting him go with this guy. Stop letting him go
Yeah.
because something is not right. I said he paying more attention to him than you and his and the dad. I say something is not right about that.
Yeah.
She said, well, he a nice person. I said, Mama, something not right. Years later, told my mama that he had tried one of these little boys, and that's
Mm.
why he stopped going. He had actually took them to this older man's house. These children didn't even know this man, and
Mm.
this man was sick. He was sick. He had the ABCs, and
Yeah.
I said, why he took those? I said, something not right. I think he took those children there for that man to do something to him. But the man was too sick. He was too sick. But my little brother, he didn't want to go no more. He didn't want to go no more. And I asked him, I said, why you don't? Oh, I just don't want to go. But that's
So
what
do
it
you
was.
think he was trying to infect the kids?
I don't think he wanted to infect them. I think that he just wanted, he was going to let him molest them.
Oh my
That's what I
God.
think. Why would you
But I mean,
take them there?
yeah, if they're gonna, yeah, that's just, I mean, to me, it's like, it sounds like not only does he want to put his hands on them, touch them, but he's going to infect these kids. Because for you
Yeah.
to, you know, molest them, you're definitely with, and then you're infected yourself.
Yeah.
And then you go touching these kids in a certain way that, you know, would cause them to have some of your bodily fluids. Then
Yeah.
you will infect them.
And you see,
Wow.
he was supposed to be taking them to the park. They ended
Yeah.
up in another city. They ended up in another city
Mm.
at somebody's house. And I told my mama, I said, that falls on you. That falls on you. So years
Wow.
later, guess where he's at now? He's in Angola State Penitentiary because he S.A. his wife's son. Yes,
that baby
ma'am.
infected? Was the baby infected?
No. He wasn't infected. The guy house that he took them to was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's in prison. He's in prison. And they have one of the little boys, he flipped out. Like, now he walks the street, hair all over his head. And I asked my little brother, I say, what's wrong with him? This little boy just flipped out all of a sudden. I asked my brother, I say, you sure he didn't do nothing to him? He said, I'm not going to lie. He said, he will go get him by himself. He said, he probably did. Boy walked the street, hair all over his head and stuff. And I told my mom, I said, I told you something wasn't right with that. I told her something was, I was the child that I always observed people and I can feel things about people that when they wasn't right, and I just wouldn't fool with them. I just don't, and until this, I'm like that till this day. And
I know you told me that the other time we talked. Remember, you told me that the last time we talked.
Yeah, he just was too attentive. He just was too attentive to his children. But this little boy, it was him and another little boy that he started taking by themselves. And now one of them, his mind gone. Whole thing, his mind gone. We see him, he just be sitting on the side of the street. And I pulled his mama to the side one day and I told her, I said, I think I'm gonna say Paul. I think Paul touched him. I really do. And she said, you think so? She said he was so. I said, I really do. I said, you didn't. I said, y'all don't find it funny that somebody want to take y'all children, that's not their children, want to take y'all children everywhere. They ended up in a town that we don't even know, the name of, at a guy's house. Y'all didn't find nothing wrong with that?
That
was the last straw. That was it. And my little brother didn't want to go no more. I think he felt uncomfortable. And I'm the type of person, I would have messed that dude up. I would have messed him up because I'm overprotective of my siblings. So that's why I would be like, no, don't let him go. I don't trust him. I don't trust him, But that goes on a lot. They are a lot of them are getting in those type of careers just to get next to the kids, just to get next to them,
That's
just to
sad.
get next to them. Yeah. One time I was at the hospital and my little
Mm,
boys had to use the restroom. So
mm,
I went in the restroom, the men's restroom, and I looked under the stalls, made sure nobody was up, opened all of them, made sure nobody was up in there and stuff. And I
right.
stood by the door. I said, y'all go hurry up and use the bathroom, wash your hands, come on. So
Mm-hmm.
while I was standing by the door, um, the janitor from the school was just happened to be at the hospital. And he went up in there, and I never did trust this man. And he was like, they was washing their little hands. I could hear him washing their hands. And he started asking them questions. Now, you saw me by the door. Who y'all here with? You saw me standing by the door. Man, you knew I had to kick that door up and down. So I said, don't question them. You see me standing by the door. You call my name. You know I'm their mother. You don't have no business telling them no. You supposed to come in here, do what you got to do, and come on out. Come on. I
Right.
got my little boy out of there so quick. I just never trusted him neither. He's a janitor. I just never trusted him. And I will always ask my son, he trying something, he talking to you, the good touches and the bad touches, I
Yeah.
was, ooh, they had a time with me, and they had a time with me because I was stay at that schoolhouse. I would say
Yeah.
because I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I
Yeah.
don't
I
trust them.
agree. I would be the same. Yeah, I did the same thing. I actually used to volunteer, and then I said, "How about I just become a substitute teacher? Anything happens, I'm right there." And that's exactly
That's
how
what
it
I
worked
would do.
out.
I
Yep,
used to volunteer. I used to be there all the
the
time,
time.
girl. Sometimes I would be cooking. I would be the cook in the kitchen. Sometimes I would be grading papers. Girl, one time I was a janitor just to get on that school campus and keep a watch over my children.
That's
Girl,
right. You got to do what you got to do.
they had
Shoot.
enough for me because I would get off at 12 o'clock. I would work from 7 in the morning to 12. So I
Yeah,
had all the evening. So when I wouldn't do it, my children, they was grown. I have grown kids. So if
yeah,
I couldn't do it, one of my children would go to school.
right.
So we
And
always had somebody on campus.
yeah, that's why I used to hesitate on my kids going to certain schools because sometimes they would have this thing where they would lock it, like close it. You can't even go and visit, go and surprise your child to see if they're up to doing, if they're doing anything or if anybody else is doing anything, if you know what I mean. Like
Right,
if your kids is
right,
acting
right,
up or if the teachers are doing something they got no business doing, like disrespecting your child, calling them out of name or putting
right,
their hands on your child, period. So
right,
I would be like, I needed to I need to go to the bathroom. And I would like make that excuse. I'm not going to no bathroom. I'm going to that classroom, ma'am. That's what I'm about to
right,
do. And don't put nothing on the doggone windows as a teacher, because I'm coming in there if I have to open that door myself or knock at the
right,
door. But I know that there's been one time and they were telling me I couldn't go in because they were testing. And I said, okay, that's fine. So what I did is I went ahead and that's when I started getting the what you call it, sub jobs. As substitutes, you could walk the halls and they can't say nothing to you, right? So I
right,
would walk in the halls and check on my kids especially on my breaks and stuff, or I would take the kids to go to the bathroom breaks. I would take everybody in the classroom, go on the and go into the bathroom breaks, and I would take them all the way around to where my kids would be because they were older kids.
mm,
We're gonna take a little trip over here to the school, to the
right,
classroom, and then go check, make sure everything's good, and then go to. But my kids, the time that they were able to get cell phones, I was like, y'all keep the cell phones. I don't care what the teacher says. Call me if there's anything going on. And if the teacher says I need to take your phone, call me and give me the reason why you don't have your phone when you need to contact me. I didn't get you a phone for you to look at. I gave it to you so you can call me and let me know if anything's going on at that class or if there's any students bullying you or anything like that. Thank God for the bullying part. I didn't have to worry about it because my kids were like older, not older, but like taller than a lot of the other kids. So I didn't have to worry about that too much. But as far as like the teachers, I didn't trust them. I had one that pinched my son. She says, "Oh, I was grabbing him by his sweater." I said, No. What you're going to do is you're going to keep your hands off my child because you don't have no business grabbing his sweater, period. And he wasn't even doing anything. Even the students told me he wasn't doing anything. He was sitting at the desk. But the teacher, for some odd reason, seems to want to pick at my kid. And I was like, no. So I called her a prejudice B, and they try to keep me from coming to the school property. And I was like, that's not happening. You can forget that. You can't keep me off the property if my kids are at that school. You can't tell me I can't go there. I got to make sure my kid's okay. You still have her in that classroom. She's putting her hands on, certain kids. Hey, you know what I mean by that, right? Prejudice.
And right. And they do have teachers that don't like certain kids.
Mm-hmm.
They do have teachers that don't like certain kids. And they will do those kids things. So when they try to take up from that makes me more mad because they they do have teachers that do kids things. Like I know one time I had went to school for another one of for my son, but my baby daughter, she was in kindergarten. And I had went to school for my son, and me and my daughter had walked because the school was like right around the corner from where I live. So me and my daughter had walked over there, and we was leaving off of the campus, and she turned around. She said, "Mama," she said, "It look like Addie." And I turned around, and she said they went in the bathroom. So I said, okay, we're going to stop. I said, you sure? She said, yeah, they looking like her. So I said, okay, well, let's stay right here. So we stayed. Sure enough, my baby come run out the bathroom. The other little girl came out the bathroom. She left my baby. So here come my baby run out the bathroom. And I seen two big students by the breezeway. So I say, wait a minute. So they got the kindergarten. Why they got the kindergartners around these big students? Okay, those big students, it was two boys and a girl. They could have went in that bathroom. So that was my whole thing. So I said, okay, well, what a teacher. Girl, I said, Tita, let's go to the class. We went to the class, girl. I just opened the door. I didn't knock. I just opened the door. The teacher was at the other door talking to another teacher. Our children everywhere running amok. I said, oh, but you look good standing over there having a conversation while these children running around to the bathroom by themselves. Oh, Miss, she had a buddy. I said, I don't care. Her buddy left her. Her buddy left her in the bathroom by herself. So I said, do not let my child go to the bathroom by herself with nobody. I said, I'll come here and walk my baby to the bathroom. I said, I do not want my child go. I said, and then I said, with the big students standing up, they're not even in class. I said, those big boys could have went in the bathroom with those little girls while you standing here having a whole conversation. But I said, you didn't even realize that these children had been came back in class. You don't even know if they wasn't in class.
Right.
Girl, I went to that office. Girl, I went crazy. They threatened me with not coming on the campus too. I went crazy. But you know what? What they did, they took the fifth and the sixth grade. Now they just is just pre-K to the fourth grade. They took the fifth and the sixth graders and they put them at a different school. So they put them at a different school. That kind of eased my mind because some of these kids, they look grown.
Yeah.
And these are little babies. And I'm like, y'all can't let them walk by themselves. Y'all can't do it. I don't care that buddy system. That ain't gonna always work. If somebody go in that bathroom, please tell me what another 5-year-old gonna do against a 15, 16, a 13, 14-year-old student. Please tell me what that buddy gonna do. How can that buddy save that other child's life?
Not at all.
I need to know that other buddy cannot help that person. They can go run, but you having a whole conversation.
Wow.
You're having a whole conversation. That child probably would have come when told her something. She probably would have shooed that child and told that child go sit down, not even paying attention to what the child's saying because she ain't having a conversation.
Yep. Not even paying attention to what's really going on.
Right. So now they stop that. They stop the little buddy system. The teacher have to take them all at one time. So they stopped that, letting them go by themselves. So I was thankful for that. And they finally put a fence around the school. We had been trying to get them to put a fence around the school because anybody could walk on the school campus. Right. Anybody.
I agree.
But those parents and stuff, I'm not knocking them. I'm not saying anything against them. But you have to keep a watchful eye when you have kids, because some of them will be nice. Some of these people are really, really nice people. But when they get that child alone, they do very mean things. Mm-hmm. They do very mean things, and some of them won't say anything. Some will say, some won't say, because they figure, well, my mama let me go with him. My mama let me go with her. My mama let me go with him. No. Mm-mm. No. I didn't even really let my family members babysit my kids. Nope. I didn't really let them watch them. That's just how overprotective I was over my children.
Yeah. That's how I was too. I was really protective. I was a hovering mom. They called me POS, mom over shoulder. You heard of that? You heard of that saying before?
Wait, what they call you?
POS. POS. Mom over, parent over shoulder.
Oh, but we have to be. We have to be like that.
At least we're safe.
We literally have to be like that. My daughter was telling me the other day she went to the store. You know them little stores they have out here? They call them olives. Olives. Y'all have olives in y'all area? It's like they have like discount furniture, rugs, stuff like that.
What's it called again?
But olives.
I never seen one.
They just put one here about almost a year. So my daughter told me when her kids have a good week at school, she'll treat them to a toy, McDonald's, stuff like that. So her and her husband, they went to the store in separate vehicles to let them go pick out them a toy, and they was going out to eat. So she told me they had a man in the store. She said he didn't have nothing in his hand. He was just standing in the middle, at the edge of an aisle. So she said he was just watching them. Just watch. So I said, you sure that wasn't a store owner? She said, Mama, I don't think he owned that store. So I'm like, well, did the clerks notice? She said, I'm not sure if they noticed. She said, but I did bring it to the lady attention. She said, that's how I know that he wasn't the owner of the store. Cause she said, I was like, is that the owner? When she was checking out, she said, the lady told her no. She said, but this some weird is weird. So my daughter said when she gets outside, the guy ended up outside too. He had three other guys with him. They all was at the edge, parked at the edge, in the parking area.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was
Mm-hmm.
on three rows, and she said he went talk to one of the other guys. So she said she was just watching, and saying, "Oh well, he's not by himself." So she said they looked back at her or whatever. So what she did, she said she went to secure her kids in a car, and she stood outside her car to wait for her husband to come out the store. But my
Mm-hmm.
daughter, she carried. She carries, right? So she
Mm-hmm.
when her husband came, she asked him if he noticed that, and he didn't notice it. So she said, Mama, she said, what I think I'm gonna do, she said, I'm not gonna take them all to the store by myself. She said, even though he was in there, he was on a different aisle, but he didn't see what she seen. So if something was to happen in that store, because these people are getting bold, they'll go
Yes.
in that store and grab you. They will
Yes.
go in the store and grab you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
she said, Mama, she said, he was on another aisle. And I said, even though we talk to them, we do little drills. When something goes down, sometimes your mind go in a different direction. It goes blank. And I say, one probably would have ran one way, the other one probably would have ran one way. And I
Right.
say, I know what you're feeling. She said, I'm not going to take them by myself. I said, no. I said, that's why I would go with like 3 or 4 adults. When I would go shopping with my babies, I would have like 3, 4 people with me. And when I go with them, I don't directly stand near them. I stand back and I watch that whole perimeter. I watch
Right.
the whole perimeter. I watch who's shopping. And I just watch, you know. And what made me really, 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 and that's my grandbaby, what really,
Yeah.
really, really made me overprotective more. Me and my daughters was sitting on the porch. That was right before COVID. And this truck passed. And the truck passed. I don't know what made me look, but we all looked at the truck at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Silverado, a silver truck. The guy had some Ray-Ban glasses on. It looked like he had a wig on. He had a hat. And from what I could see, he had on one of them Schlumbergers, all that ones from offshore.
Mm-hmm.
He had one of those on. He just looked off, you know. He just looked off.
Yeah.
And it's not uncommon for Caucasians, because Caucasians live in my neighborhood. But he just looked off. You can clearly see, bring her to Addis. You can clearly see that it was a wig. You could just clearly see it was a wig. So,
Yeah.
yeah, catch her. So, my oldest daughter, she said, y'all seen that? I said, yeah. I said, he got a whole wig on. But I said, whole effing wig. I said, he got a whole wig on. And she said, So I have a big field by my house, and we had kids everywhere. So I said he turning around, because at the time my privacy fence, I had to stand up to see. where the truck went. So I said, y'all, I said he turned around. So he turned around. Now they calling the kids, right? And I'm watching the truck. Yeah, they calling the kids over where we was. My baby and the lady that stayed on the corner. They was the two closest. We keep our trash can. We had our trash cans out because it was the trash day. So we had our trash cans out. So they was maybe 10 feet from by the trash. So if this person wanted to get out the truck, he had enough time to grab somebody and jump back in. So by the time when I looked, my oldest daughter had done made it off the porch, girl. The girl had done, she keep it on her. She had it in her purse. So don't you know that man was bold enough to stop. Now my baby, she had started walking towards my oldest daughter, but the other little girl, my neighbor little girl, she still was right there. They was calling her, but she wasn't moving. She was listening to whatever. I don't know what he told her, but he was calling, he was summoning her, but he told her something else. And so my daughter just pulled it out. That man had to open his door. He had to open his door. That's how bold he was. And was trying to get that little girl to go. So when she came back by me, because somebody called the cops. I can't remember who called the cops, but somebody called the cops. And I was like, because my mind was gone, because they had about 15 kids in that field. And I'm like, if he would have tried to, he would have got away with probably one of them, So if we wasn't out there, because they not paying attention. They playing, they hitting the ball, kicking the ball, stuff like that. So they're not paying attention. So I asked the little girl, I said, do you know that man? She said, no, ma'am. So I said, why you was talking to him? She said, well, he asked me, I forgot what the man asked the girl. But she was like, well, he asked, no, girl, you knew. I was beside myself. They called the cops. They called the cops. Cops came out, took a report. They took a report and everything. And they just looking. And I'm like, shouldn't y'all be going look for the truck?
Right.
Y'all, we done told y'all what it is. Go look for this truck. Because one of them one of my daughters had to wrote the license plate down. We had the description. We had the description of the man and everything.
That's good.
So we like, because he looked so off. He just looked so off. But I told him, I said, he works offshore because he had one of them slumbergers all in his on. If he don't work offshore, then he stole somebody's uniform. But he had one of those uniforms on, but he had those Ray-Ban glasses on, and you can clearly see that it was a wig and looked like a fake nose. You can clearly see that he was disguising himself. And I asked her mom, I said, I gave her the description of the truck because the mama was on drugs. She was on drugs. And I knew she was selling herself. And I asked her, so I asked her, did she know that man? And she was like, well, no, I don't know nobody that have that type of vehicle. And she kind of told her little girl, she didn't even, it's like, she wasn't even interested. Like, I'm like, girl, I said, did you just hear what we told you?
Right.
Did you just hear what we told you? And she's like, girl, You don't talk to strangers. I told you know. I said, no, 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 no. We had another incident with her where this guy, if my daughter 21 now, if she
Mhm.
wasn't outside, that this little girl would have, this woman, little boy would have got SA.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when we sit outside, we have all our little lawn chairs and stuff out, but I take all my stuff in. So
Hmm.
I had them brought a couple of chairs and stuff in the house, and my 21-year old, she was like 15, 16 at the time. She was picking up like little things out the yard and stuff like that before she came in. So when she
Hmm.
came in the house, she said, Mama T left that little boy at home. And it was nighttime. I said, what you mean? I don't know why I always have to question them again. But she said, Mama, she said, I'm looking at her walk away with the other two girls. And she said she left that little boy home. And so I
Hmm.
said, why would she leave him home? She said, Mama, I don't know. She said, but I'm looking at her. She said, come see. She said, she walking down the street. So I went outside. Sure enough, she had been made it by the corner. So I said, go ask him where his mama gone. So he told my daughter, oh, she said she gone to the store. So my daughter come running back, girl. Ronna came running back. She said, Mama. She said, um, Greg in the backyard. I said, in the backyard? She said, yeah, he on the side of the house. I said, well, what he doing on the side of the house? So she said, Mama, I don't know. I said, all right, say, let's go get the little boy. You got him, brought him over here. He crying by that time. Baby, that boy had them grabbed him by his shirt, He was
Wow.
trying to pull him in the house, and his shirt was ripped. His shirt was ripped.
Jesus.
And them children where I get when it was stuff like that, I get crazy. And I'm
Yeah.
screaming, I'm crying, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? And he said he tried to pull me in the house. So he said, this my only school shirt. He said, this my only school shirt. My mama gonna be mad. I said, what? I said, you worried
Wow.
about a baby, we'll get you some more school shirts. I, they call a
Right.
cop. They call a cop. Let me tell you, the cops didn't do this man nothing because he didn't run. The man didn't run. The cops didn't do him nothing because the little boy said he didn't want to talk. He didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah. That's some BS right
I
there.
told the officer, I told the officer, I said he's scared. I said he's
Of course he
scared.
is.
I said this person is always at the house. I say he's scared. I say
Hmm.
I know what this child told me. I said look at his shirt. I know, ma'am. I know, but until he says something, until he says something, I said look. I say this guy did something to a child years ago, his own child years ago. I said, look,
Wow. Hello? Uh-oh. Did your headsets pass? All right, while she's doing that, let me show you guys this. Like she said, they're getting bold. They getting out there doing all kinds of crazy stuff out there. Let me show you something. I just found this. It's a kid getting, a guy trying to kidnap a kid. Like, that's crazy that it's happening, like, right there in front of everybody. It's crazy. Let me speed it up a little bit. It's not too long, so I'll put it at 125. Hey, E. That's crazy right there. I'm just glad somebody was there to keep him from getting snatched up. Mm. Hold on. Let me take this off. I actually have something else to share with you guys. Have you guys heard about the guy, the 70 years later situation? I watched it this morning on the news. I was like, what? A boy was abducted at age 6, found alive 70 years later. Y'all, can you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Hold on, let me see if it's a video or just it's a video, y'all. Okay, so let me put up my thing. I have it. Okay. Oops, there we go.
I had 8 UTIs in 1 year. This
Hold
inspired
on.
me to launch you.
Of course. Hold on. 3 seconds, 2, and 1, and go. No, we don't want music. Why are they always putting music on these things? Okay, I'm going to have to, I guess, read it because so it says it's about the 6-year-old that went missing. And give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. So basically, this is this little 6-year-old went missing, 70 years ago, and they found him. It says, what should you do if someone you love goes missing? If you think someone may be missing, you don't want to wait, call the local law enforcement and report the case. Let's see what else they got for us. Let's see. Report them missing. Then it says, in an emergency, there's evidence of foul play or risk of injury, death, including if someone has congestive disability or during extreme weather. It's not an if it's not an emergency, if you think there's no immediate danger, call your law enforcement non-emergency phone line. But everyone agrees, don't wait. Time is of the essence. There are no state or federal law on when you can report a missing person. So that means right away. If you're missing someone, call them right away. Don't be waiting. Hold on. I'm trying to see when the that video is supposed to start, but if not, then I just have to read it. Never mind, that's not even it. I thought they had a video, but they obviously do not have a video. So anyway, so it says, boy abducted from California at age 6, alive more than 70 years later. So Oakland, California, Luis Armando Albino was 6 years old in 1951 when he was abducted while playing at an Oakland, California park. And now, more than 7 decades later, Luis has been found thanks to the help from an online ancestry test, old photos, and newspaper clippings. I'm going to have to find a video for y'all because there is a video. The South Bay Area News Group reported Friday that Luis' niece in Oakland, with assistance from the police, the FBI, and the Justice Department, located her uncle living on East Coast. Wow. Let me see. Luis' father and grandfather is retired firefighters and Marine Corps veterans who served in Vietnam, according to his niece, 63-year-old Alida, I don't know, whatever her name. I'm sorry. She found Luis and reunited him with his California family in June. Wow. On February 21st, 1951, a woman lured a 6-year-old Luis from the West Oakland Park, where he had been playing with his older brother, and promised that Puerto Rico-born boy, in Spanish, was that she would buy him candy. So she told him she'd buy him candy. What the heck? Instead, the woman kidnapped the child, flying him to East Coast, where he ended up with a couple who raised him as if they were their own son. The news group reported officials and family members didn't say where on the East Coast he lives. For more than 70 years, I'm just going to say his first name, even though it's Albino is the last name. But Lewis remained missing, but he was always in the hearts of his family, and his his photo hung at relative houses. His niece said his mother died in 2005, but never gave up hope on her son was alive. Wow, y'all. I gotta find an article for y'all so y'all can see it. Hold on. I think my phone threw me out. Okay, let me drop it in there. Hey Don, how are you? Hold on. Here you go, sweetie. I don't know what's going on with these doggone StreamYards. They be tripping. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish this, and then we'll show a video of it. Okay. Sorry for the stuttering. Like I said, I don't read loud all the time. I don't do out loud reading, or to people. I read to myself. Okay. Oakland police acknowledged that Aliquin, I guess that's how you say it, efforts played an integral part or a role in finding her uncle, that the outcome of the story is what we strive for. And in an interview with the news group, she said her uncle hugged me and said, "Thank you for finding me," and gave me a kiss on the cheek. Aww. Oakland Tribune articles from the time reported police soldier from the local army base, Coast Guard. Hold on one second. Let me see. Okay. Oh, it's showing you're not connected. I don't know why though. Let's see. Coast Guard and other city employees joined a massive search for the missing boy. San Francisco Bay and other waterways we're also searched. Okay, we're also searched. Excuse me. According to the articles, his brother Roger Albino was interrogated several times by investigators who stood by his story about a woman with a bandana around her head taking his brother. Oh, so he seen this happen? His brother seen it happen? Wow, that had to have been horrible for him. Okay, the first notion that her uncle might be still alive came into 2020 when just for fun, Aliquin said she took online a DNA test. It showed a 22% match with a man who eventually turned out to be her uncle. A further search at the time yielded for answers for any response from him, she said, excuse me. Let me see if she's in here yet. No, not yet. Come up, girl. Come on up. Try again. In early 2024, she and her daughters began searching again on a visit to Oakland Public Library. She looked at the microfilm of the Tribune articles, including one that had a picture of Lewis and Roger, which convinced her that she was on the right track. She went to Oklahoma police the same day. Wow. The investigators eventually agreed a new lead was substantial. A new missing persons case was opened. Oakland police said last week the missing person case is closed, but they and the FBI considered the kidnapping a still open investigation. Ooh. I wonder if they're going to go for those people, or maybe not, because she probably passed by now. Lewis was located on East Coast and provided a DNA sample as did his sister. Alcuin's mom. Cards Against Humanity. Oh, no, that's something else. Sorry. On June 20th, investigators went to her mother's home, Alcuin said, and told them both that her uncle had been found. Wow, that is amazing. Woo-wee. We didn't start crying until after the investigation. Investigator left. Alcuin said, I grabbed my mom's hand and said, we found him. I was ecstatic. Wow. On June 24th, with the assistance of the FBI, Lewis came to Oakland with members of his family and met with Alcuin. I think that's how you say her name. That's her last name. Her mother and her relatives and other relatives. The next day, Alcuin drove her mother and her newfound uncle to Roger's home in Stanislaus, I don't know how you say that, Stanislaus County, California. Stanislaus. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, sorry about that, you guys. They grabbed each other and had a really tight, long hug. They sat down and just talked, she said, discussing the day of the kidnapping, their military service, and more. Lewis returned to East Coast, but came back again July for a 3-week visit. It was the last time he saw Roger, who died in August. That's sad. Oh my goodness, that's sad. His brother passed away. It's a good thing he was able to see him before he did, though. Jesus. Alcuin said her uncle did not want to talk to the media. I was always determined to find him, and who knows, my stories out there, with my story out there, it could help other families going through the same thing. Alcuin said, I would say, don't give up. Wow. Let me see if I can find that actual original article of this. Now that we know his name, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find it. Try again, sweetie. Let me see if we can find him. Find the original posting of him being missing. And then also the video they found him. Let me see. Oh. Okay, so I'll show you guys. This is like they have the picture of them from way back when. Hold on. All right, let me share that with y'all. And let me take this bars off of here because it's not like that kind of thing. Okay. All right, there we go.
At 10, an Oakland woman is celebrating tonight after decades of perseverance helped her family reunite with her uncle, who was abducted from a West Oakland park in 1951.
Luis Armando Albino was just 6 years old when he was taken while at the park with his brother Roger. He remained missing despite the efforts of Oakland police and the FBI. His niece, Alita Alcuin, was determined to find him and got a big break after taking a DNA test online and matching with a man on the East Coast.
My daughter found a lot of pictures of this man, and we started comparing them, and we saw the resemblance that was so strong. How much he looked like my other uncles. And then there was one picture that he really, really looked like my grandmother. that one kind of like gave me chills. And I said, no, there's something here.
This is a photo from 1940 of her uncle Luis and his father. Alita continued to search online, convinced she had a lead. She took that information to OPD, who then took it to the FBI. They found the man, and after comparing his DNA to Alita's mother, and Roger confirmed it was Luis, they set up a meeting in June.
It was just hugs and tears. Lots of hugs and tears. He hugged me really tight, and he said, "Thank you for finding me." And he gave me a kiss on the cheek. Yeah. It was nice.
Alita told me Luis visited again in July and spent time with his brother Roger. They were able to share stories of how they remembered that day in 1951, how they both served in the military and made up for lost time. Roger died in August. Alita also said her grandmother, Luis's mother, always held out hope that he was alive and okay. That woman passed in 2005, but Alita said she is smiling from above.
Oh, I think she's happy.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I honestly think she was there guiding me too. It's just the way everything worked out. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's unbelievable. I believe that she was there guiding me. I do.
Alita said whoever abducted Luis has long since passed, and some questions still remain. She continues to stay in touch with her uncle, and they are planning an annual visit to celebrate them finding their way back to each other.
Wow. Okay, so that one is that when they were talking about him. And then I have another one. Give me 1 second. Let me pull that one up. This is the guy now. Him and his brother. Oh. Hold on. I'm going to let the ad go by. Hold on. Okay. This is the actual, when he's there. He and his brother together. Picture, I think. I'm not sure they actually.
This is in this story. I mean, I'm sort of speechless, but I'm going to tell you about it because it's really incredible. A 6-year-old boy who went missing 70 years ago was found alive and was recently reunited with his family. Luis Albino was only 6 years old in 1951 when he disappeared from a park in Oakland. A woman lured him away, and he was taken to the East Coast, where he was raised by another family. Albino's family, folks, never stopped searching for him. His mom even kept a vigil for him until she died. But the case went cold. Finally, an ancestry test by his niece 4 years ago found a 22% match. Family reached out and later reunited, saying there were tears all around.
It was an ancestry test?
I need a follow-up on this,
so
man.
many questions.
So fascinating. Oh, my goodness. That was wild.
Yeah, so that's that. All right. Lincoln, are you coming back, woman? So I definitely wanted to share that with you guys because I saw that today and I was like, wow, that's cool. Can you imagine somebody being missing that long and then they were able to find them from Ancestry? That's crazy. And then he looks like his brother. Wow, he looks like his brother. Like really looks like his brother. Alrighty then. So I guess we're done for the day for now. Not today, but for now. I'm gonna probably come back and do something different. But I did want to give you guys that information about the teachers and let y'all see the pictures. Let me show you the pictures one more time. And then I'm gonna be heading off. But this time, instead of playing regular music, I'm gonna play my song until the whole video's over with, okay? Then y'all can hear that song, and then I'll do my outro. Give me 1 second. Let me remove that off of there, because it already has its own thing. Because I put that on my channel. All right, I'm gonna let y'all watch. Oops, that's not it. Hold on. Okay, I got it that time. All right, let me put the music on. All right, so this says somebody made this song for me. Dawn, you could drop some information in here if you want to. I think you can. Yes, you can. So if you have anything you want to drop in here, you can. So this is from Dawn, y'all.
It from the start, don't play dumb, acting like you didn't see where I'm from. But every move I made, I was meant to shine. You can try to act blind, but you saw the signs. I rose from the dirt, stayed on my grind. Now they looking at me like, damn, she divine. You knew I was the one, don't pretend. Played stupid, but you felt it in the end. I see the way you looking now, switching sides. But you can't erase the truth, don't even try. You knew I had it, you knew I'd fly. Now you gotta watch me as I touch the sky. You knew, don't act brand new. You saw the vision, you felt it too. Played stupid, now you see it's true. I'm the chosen one, I always flew. You knew, don't act brand new. You felt the power, but you stand mute. Now it's too late, I made my move. I'm the chosen one, you knew the truth. Every word I spoke, it hit deep. They acted like they didn't see the queen beneath. But I stayed focused, never let it slide. I kept pushing while they tried to hide. Now they trying to get close, wanna claim me. But where was the love when they couldn't see? I was destined to rise, you always knew. But you kept it low, now look at my view. I see the way you looking now, switching sides. But you can't erase the truth, don't even try. You knew I had it, you knew I'd fly. Now you gotta watch me as I touch the sky. You knew, don't act brand new. You saw the vision, you felt it too. Played stupid, now you see it's true. I'm the chosen one, I always flew. You knew, don't act brand new. You felt the power, but you stayed mute. Now it's too late, I made my move. I'm the chosen one, you knew the truth. They wanna act like it's all a surprise, but you saw the fire burning in my eyes. Don't act shocked, don't fake the vibe. You knew I was coming for my prize. Now I'm standing at the top looking down. You can't deny it, I wear the crown. All the fake love, it's come around. But you knew I'd take over this town. You knew, don't act brand new. You saw the vision, you felt it too. Played stupid, now you see it's true. I'm the chosen one, I always flew. You knew, don't act brand new. You felt the power, but you stayed mute. Now it's too late, I made my move. I'm the chosen one, you knew the truth. You knew it from the start, don't play dumb, acting like you didn't see where I'm from. But every move I made, I was meant to shine. You can try to act blind, but you saw the signs. I rose from the dirt, stayed on my grind. Now they're looking at me like, damn, she divine. You knew I was the one, don't pretend. Played stupid, but you felt it in the end. I see the way you looking now, switching sides. But you can't erase the truth, don't even try. You knew I had it, you knew I'd fly. Now you gotta watch me as I touch the sky. You knew, don't act brand new. You saw the vision, you felt it too. Played stupid, now you see it's true. I'm the chosen one, I always flew. You knew, don't act brand new. You felt the power, but you stand mute. Now it's too late, I made my move. I'm the chosen one, you knew the truth. Every word I spoke, it hit deep. They acted like they didn't see the queen beneath. But I stayed focused, never let it slide. I kept pushing while they tried to hide. Now they trying to get close, wanna claim me. But where was the love when they couldn't see? I was destined to rise, you always knew. But you kept it low, now look at my view. I see the way you looking now, switching sides. But you can't erase the truth, don't even try. You knew I had it, you knew I'd fly. Now you gotta watch me as I touch the sky. You knew, don't act brand new. You saw the vision, you felt it too. Played stupid, now you see it's true. I'm the chosen one. Brand new. You felt the power, but you stayed mute. Now it's too late, I made my move. I'm the chosen one, you knew the truth. They wanna act like it's all a surprise, but you saw the fire burning in my eyes. Don't act shocked, don't fake the vibe. You knew I was coming for my prize. Now I'm standing at the top looking down. You can't deny it, I wear the